and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need to at-need funeral services since 1975. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, 2 locations, one in Childersburg on Highway 280 and the one here in Sylacauga on Highway 21 North. It is Curtis and Son Funeral Home, pre-need to at-need funeral services, funerals, burials, or cremations. It's Curtis and Son Funeral Home. Graveside funeral service for Vigil VJ John Estes, age 88, of Sylacauga, will be this morning at 11 a.m. from Fayetteville United Methodist Church Cemetery. Bob Adams will officiate the service. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, in charge of the arrangements. In other obituary news this morning, Dorothy Tominski passed away over the weekend, and services for Dorothy, I think I've got that right here, will be visitation 10 till 11 o'clock today at the North Chapel of Curtis and Son Funeral Home, and then the service at 11 o'clock. I think that's on Wednesday at Curtis and Son North. Graveside service actually that is this morning, Tallahatchie Cemetery, graveside service. Visitation this morning from 10 until 11, and then the graveside service at 11, all at Tallahatchie Cemetery. Visitation at Curtis and Son North from 10 until 11. And Miss Tominski was here in Sylacauga and passed away on Friday. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Betty Meeks, age 73, of Weguffka. That service will be today at 11 a.m. from Radley Smith Funeral Home Chapel, with Brother Donnie Maherg officiating. Burial in the Macedonia Cemetery. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing Miss Meeks, age 73, Weguffka, died on Sunday. Memorial service for Mr. Maurice Powell, age 45, of Rockford, is today at 4 o'clock from Armour's Memorial Chapel in Alexander City. Armour's Memorial Funeral Home, Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. Mr. Thomas M. Garrett, age 69, died April the 9th. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. And James Jackson, age 72, of Talladega, died on April the 8th. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory, in charge of the arrangements. Graveside service for Hubert Wayne Rogers, age 85, of Pelham, will be Friday at 11 a.m. from Alabama National Cemetery in Montevallo, with Minister Dwayne Spivey officiating. Mr. Rogers died April the 9th at his residence, Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. In other obituary news, funeral service for Sherry Wesson Rayfield, age 66, of Childersburg, will be Saturday, April 16th at noon from Radley Smith Funeral Home Chapel, Brother John Limbaugh officiating. Burial in the Green Hill Cemetery. Mrs. Rayfield died Friday, April the 8th at her residence. Visitation Saturday, 11 until noon at the funeral home. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And we told you about the service for Jerry Cisco King. That service will be, Celebration of Life will be on Friday, and that will be in Auburn. It will be at, let me see where I've got this, 11 till 12. It's going to be at Church of the Highlands East, 2001 East Sanford Avenue in Auburn. And that will be, the Celebration of Life will be followed by ice cream and soft drinks. So that is coming up. And also from Rodney, there's a son. There will be a viewing at 8:30 on Friday morning, so it'll be a busy day for the King family and friends. 8:30 Graveside Pavilion at Town Creek Cemetery, 9 o'clock graveside service there. And then the family will gather in the Highlands Kids Room at Church of the Highlands for their Celebration of Life at 11. They'll have a tailgate and visitation at the Church of the Highlands, then lunch at Highlands Dream Center. All of this on the campus of Church of the Highlands. Town Creek Cemetery is located at 1150 South Gay Street in Auburn, Alabama. So all of that in Auburn on Friday for Jerry Cisco King. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga. and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga.